First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
All right, you mentioned a shooting again.
Several shootings.
Overnight,
Yes.
Lieutenant Mike Curley. Utica Police Department on the line right now. Lieutenant, good morning. What do we know this morning?
Good morning, gentlemen. So the first one started on the 800 block of South Street at about a little after midnight, about 12:30. We were called regarding a male that was inside that establishment there that was suffering from a gunshot wound upon arrival. Located him. He's shot once in the stomach. He was in pretty bad condition initially. Officers in UFD did a great job trying to save his life. When hospital staff did a great job. That individual underwent surgery and is expected to be okay. Is in critical but stable condition at the time. While we're on scene there, a little after 1 o'clock, we get a shot spotter alert in front of 7 Faxton Street regarding 16 shots being fired.
Wow.
As we're arriving, we get calls that multiple victims are struck there. We get on scene and find a female and a male. The female is suffering pretty grievously from a shot to the chest. The male was shot to the back. Very sadly, 19-year-old female passed away as a result of her injuries at the hospital. The man expected to be okay, obviously suffering pretty good. And then, so obviously that investigation is still ongoing and pretty active at the moment. And then about 3 o'clock in the morning, still investigating the other 2 incidents. Multiple shots are on the 1500 block of Howard Ave, I believe. And at that point, we find that a residence was struck multiple times with several young children inside. So
Nice.
Quite the night. Obviously any question will be, are they going to be related?
Right,
we're looking into that, So really, it's been a long night for our guys. So
Holy moly in the morning.
Well, it's got to take a toll. I mean, I'd imagine, too, especially with the significance of these incidents and the resources being spread so thin. I mean, is it something you have to bring officers in who are off duty possibly to help and assist with this? Is that something that had to be done?
Oh, yeah. So, and our guys are great. Our men and women have no compulsion about coming back to help at any time. It's just, think about any kind of incident. You're spread awful thin to begin with, and then you're spread even more thin, especially the homicide. And then the third unit, our investigative unit, they just did fantastic work and holding scenes down. The sad part is the city this size, we're not immune. We talk about that all the time, but we're certainly not unaccustomed to multiple incidents at one night. Yeah. So we do the very best we can.
And you are you are investigating whether or not these were all of them or some of them were related.
Yeah, and I think it's just too early to tell. Obviously, a couple are in the immediate vicinity of one another. I think we're kind of leaning towards that. Those are, in fact, and first one we'll certainly see. Can't rule anything out, and certainly can't rule anything in yet.
I mean, if you think about it, it's absolutely tragic that a 19-year-old lady had her life cut short as a result of gun violence. But I think this shot spotter technology allowed for you to respond a lot quick than in probably times past that may have contributed to the life-saving efforts of the other individual.
Yeah, I think in no way, shape, or form that can't be underscored. Yeah. Like our officers put the chest seal on the individual that's life was saved. UFD was there in a matter of seconds. So just we talked about it when the technology came out, just the initial response time cutting down from 1 minute to potentially 4 to 5 minutes is paramount in life-saving and investigating needs.
And this is, would you agree, this year is going down as one of the worst that we've experienced?
19 was pretty bad. We had 11 homicides in 19, and COVID in 20. It's pretty bad this year, though, right? I mean, this is the year because of young individuals being killed as a result of group and gang violence, and that's why we're losing young kids at a rate that we shouldn't be.
Lieutenant Mike Curley, thank you, and thank you guys for what you do. I mean, clearly putting your lives on the line every day.
Thanks, Bill, and our hearts and prayers go out to the victims, and we'll do our very best to give the families justice.
All right, thank you so much.
All right,
okay.
19-year-old female. What are we doing here?
Disgusting.